Good evening, everyone, and good morning to everyone back home in Australia. Thanks to Marcus Stoinis for joining us this evening. So, as always, guys, if you have a question, put your hand up, and we'll get underway as soon as possible. So, if you have a question for Marcus, please raise your hand now. Start off with Mel.
Thanks, Cole. Hey, Marcus. Can you, first of all, I guess, just describe to us what that finish was like in that innings from Lanka?
Yeah, it was. Am I on there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a brilliant atmosphere. I mean, look, it's always. I hate losing, and I think I can speak for everyone in the room when we hate losing. But look, at the end of the day, that was brilliant innings. It was great for the crowd. The crowd was nuts. And it is good for Sri Lankan cricket as well.
And I guess it was unusual to see, I guess, for Josh Hazlewood, who's been so miserly throughout this series. But they just really went after him. Do you think that was sort of the turning point in that last moment? Because before that, for I guess 16 overs, everything had seemed to gone quite to plan, especially with the way Aaron was managing the bowlers that were in the side.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's also part of the point. Maybe we got a little bit ahead of the game and ahead of ourselves there for a second. But look, I think, like you said, 16 overs went really well, and that's what happens in 2020 cricket. Someone plays one of the best innings that they'll play for their career, and hats off. And Joshy Hazlewood's had a brilliant season here, and also just coming off a brilliant IPL as well. So. No, that's part of 2020 cricket, and well done to them.
And just for you personally, just being able to come in, I guess, with Mitch being out of this, being able to bowl for the first time, how was that for you going out there and being able to contribute with both and stepping in when you were needed?
Yeah, I think we've got a lot of options there now, all rounders between myself, Mitchie, and Maxi. So. If we can mix and match and see what's best for the conditions, and we've got obviously the World Cup coming up in Australia, so some big boundaries might help the likes of us three. But yeah, it was nice to get the ball in the hand and contribute there.
Thanks.
Jack Painter.
Hey Stoin, just on your bowling, I guess. You haven't been required in the first couple of games, although you've been able to bowl. Sort of how do you go about that? At training, that kind of thing, keeping up those workloads, but sort of not getting the big game.
Yeah, no, I've had a few little issues. Been on the road for what feels like 38 months, so the back's holding up in these different beds, and it's little niggles. So I mean, it's probably a plan over these. We've got these 3 T20s, then we've got 5 ODIs coming up in about 11 days. So it's a mixture of opportunity, it's a mixture of getting a team dynamic that we want, it's a mixture of making sure people aren't overcooked. So yeah, no, it's just there's no issue with getting a few overs in at training. It's probably more just all these quarantines and that sort of thing that's a bit tough.
And how is Mitch doing? Do you reckon he'll be back on the path for the first ODI?
I'm not sure when he's going to be back. I do know that it's not too bad. The big boy's got a lot of muscle, so there's always a bit more muscle to pull there for him. But he's fine. He seems in good spirits. Whether he's back then, I'm not sure, but I don't think it's going to be a long one.
Notice Louis, you jumped in. Do you have a question, Louis?
No, it's all good. I've missed most, but I'll listen to the recording later. Thanks, Scott.
Okay, sounds good, guys. So it looks as though everyone's done. So thanks again, guys. Thanks for coming in this
I've got
evening.
one more, Carl. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Off you go, Jack.
Just with the sort of the batting there, Steve Smith talked about sort of trying to get rid of that fixer tag. You kind of sort of had to play that role again tonight due to losing those quick wickets, those 3 wickets back to back. I guess it's good to be able to have him, be able to play both roles in a sense, I guess.
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, I mean, whoever's in a certain situation is going to, if it's required, you're going to have to play that situation and fix it. Now, like, we know how good he is as a batsman, and so he's one of the best things about him is he adapts to all the situations, and he understands what he needs to do for the team. So, like tonight, that was part of it. And then it was good that he could stay and bat through and hit a few at the end as well. So he's a smart cricketer. He takes everything into account. So I'm backing him in to figure out exactly how he needs to play in every situation.
Thanks, mate.
Awesome. Thanks, Jack, and thanks to Marcus Stoinis for joining us this evening, guys. We'll catch up with all of you tomorrow. Cheers, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Recording stopped.
Easy.